Shalom, shalom. First and foremost, giving all praise, honor, and glory to the Most High God, Yahweh, who the world only calls God, and Yahweh Shah, who the world only calls Jesus Christ. Brother Judah come with a quick exhortation and verse of the day. Shabbat shalom to those that's keeping it, that said the Bible on the seventh day through the spirit and power of Yahweh and Yahweh Shai. And pray, brothers and sisters, enduring all things for the elect's sake. Continuing on with this endurance series that brother's been trying to do through the spirit, and just want to just continue to exhort, like, the trials and tribulations, the sufferings, the things you go through in this world. It's not for naught, right? The Most High had these things come upon us while to try our faith, right? To purge those impurities out of us, and to further us, to establish us, if it be the will of the Lord, to the kingdom of God, man. Because if you never went through nothing in this little world, I mean, how can you be deemed that righteous man or woman who the Lord is looking for? Though the Lord know already, we don't know. So the things He put us through is preparing us for things that's to come. So continuing on with the precept, this is Second Thessalonians chapter 1. Then Thessalonians is chapter Salaki. The first and second chapter is definitely mighty books, man. It's like your first and second book, man. Going to a lot, right? But I'm gonna read the verse that I want in verse 4, right, through the spirit. So this is Second Thessalonians chapter 1, and I could really start up. I'll start up just cause verse 1. Paul, Silvanus, and Timotheus unto the church, to the Thessalonians, in God our Father and the Lord Mashiach Yahushua. Grace be unto you and peace from our God. From God our Father and the Lord Hamashiach Yahushua. We are bound to thank God always for you, brethren, as it is meet. Because that your faith groweth exceedingly, in the charity of every one of you all toward each other abounded. This is the point I wanted right here. It says, so that we ourselves glory in you, in the churches of God, for your patience and your faith in all your persecutions and tribulations that ye endure. So we just need to understand that everybody has set things that they're going to face. What one brother go through or one sister go through, the next may never even see that. But everyone has a certain threshold or certain amount of things they could withhold, and go through, because the Lord has it set like that. Though we all may be Israel and, continue in the law, statutes, commandments with faith, the Lord is going to put certain things upon certain men and women to try their faith, right? To purge them. One brother may battle with, let's say, lust. The next brother may battle with slothfulness. Thus, for a sister may battle with, not being obedient to the husband, just using examples, or whatever the case may be. And one may be just battling with a hateful spirit, man. I'm just using examples, but nonetheless, everybody that they go through in this world is going to be different, right? So right. So everything is going to be different what brothers and sisters go through. But nonetheless, it's all leading us to that path that the Most High had for us in the end all be all. Whether you were made to endure all things, or whether you was made to just bring a couple brothers and sisters and fall away. Hey, it's all of the Lord, right? So, I just wanted to go into this precept because it's a mighty verse that, you gotta be patient, have your faith, because all the persecution and tribulations that you go through is all of Yahweh Ba'ashem Yahweh Shai. I can't walk another brother's walk, or a sister can't walk another sister's walk. They gotta walk that by themselves. But you have brothers and sisters to be able to help you through certain situations, maybe pray with you, fast with you, give alms if you need it. But nonetheless, that individual, brother or sister, has to walk them trials and tribulations that the Most High gives to them, right? So, we just gotta understand the whole purpose of why the Lord has these things happen, right? Let me get this precept real quick. I believe I want Sirach chapter 2 and verse 14, right? Right. This is a beautiful chapter, man. Right. When you start at the top, it's kind of going to the same thing, the classic, right? But if you never read it, Sirach chapter 2 is a very mighty chapter to read, one on down, about preparing yourself to serve the Lord, the temptation, the things that come upon you. But I want the latter end of this chapter going into I'll start at verse 13. Woe unto him that is faint-hearted, for he believeth not. Therefore shall he not be defended. This is the point I want in 14. Woe unto you that have lost patience. So woe is destruction, right? It's not a up. What's the word I want to use? It's not something that's comely, right? It's the opposite of good, man. Right? If a brother, if the Lord is saying woe unto you, it's a bad thing, man. Right? The Lord said, woe unto you that have lost patience. Right? It says, and what will ye do when the Lord shall visit you? Right? So patience, you gotta have the patience. If you don't have patience, then how you gonna endure anything? Right? What if the Lord keep just bringing the same thing upon you for 30 years straight? Hey, you done heard of Job and many of our forefathers who done went through trial and tribulation. Sometimes it wasn't just a one-day thing, man. It could be years, months, weeks, but you gotta endure it, and that comes with patience, right? Literally, it comes with patience. But it says, what will you do when the Lord shall visit you? So when you're going through these trials and tribulations, like Sirach chapter 2 from the top on down says, hey, you're going to endure it. You're going to be patient, right? Let's get that in the book of James chapter 5, right? James chapter 5 and verse number 7, right? It's the same thing. It's these trials and tribulations that you go through, you got to have patience to even endure it. How you going to endure it if you don't even got patience? They go hand in hand, right? Be patient. This James 5 and 7. Be patient, therefore, brethren, unto the coming of the Lord. Behold, the husbandman waited for the precious fruit of the earth and have long patience for it. And the Lord could have been came back. He could have been had all hell break loose, delivered the elect, and had the New Jerusalem in the kingdom established. But the Lord is, it's all for a set time and season. But it said if he have long patience for it until he received the early and latter rain. Verse 8, be ye also patient. Why do you keep talking about being patient? Why is that? It's just a word the Lord just wanted to put in here through the spirit of James and many other prophets. Peter, right? It says, be ye also patient. Establish your hearts, your mind, get your spirit right, man. For the coming of the Lord draweth nigh. And no man know that time, date, hour, not even Yahushua. But how much more us making sure we get our spirits right and making sure that we doing thus said the Lord to make our call and election sure. Right? If you're not making your call and election sure, then what are you doing? Let's be honest. What is we doing if we're not making our calling and election sure? Right? Let me just go to 2 Peter, right? Chapter 1 and verse 10. And then we'll go back to that in James. But the Lord said, hey, you gotta be making your calling and election sure, man. This is James, it's like in 2 Peter 1 and verse number 10, right to it. Wherefore the rather, brethren, give diligence. Why I keep saying these words? Because you got to be diligent, prudent, have patience, and to be able to endure. But it says, give diligence to make your calling and election sure. For if you do these things, ye shall never fail. So you got to make your calling and election sure, but you got to endure it. The Lord may hit you with a lust demon for 10 years just to see if you're going to overcome it. Or if you're going to just give in and just go back to your old man and go back to that throw up, that vomit. Right? What's that? Let's get that. All right. So like it's jumping around, but it's coming to the, it's all through the spirit. Right? This says, Second Peter 2 and verse 22, it says, but this is it. So like, but this, it is happened to them. According to the true proverb, the dog is returned to his own vomit again, and the soul that washed to her wallowing in the mire. Now we could have started up, but nonetheless, we don't want to entangle ourselves with the things that's in the world. We want to endure these things. Just letting these things overcome you so that you go back into the world. Why? What's there besides death, pain, lust, anger, hatred, envy, sedition, and all the things that the book of 1 John chapter 2 and verse 15 on down speaks about. The lust of the world in the eyes. We don't want that, man. If we spiritual men and or women, children, we got to move as such, right? So, let's go back to that in James real quick, right? Let's go back to let's go back to the book of James 5 and continue in that. But it says, so we left off at verse 8. I'll read it again. Be ye also patient, establish your hearts for the coming of the Lord. Draweth nigh. Verse 9. So like, judge not one another, brethren, lest thou be condemned. Behold, the judge standing before the door. And that's not saying you can't judge, right? You got to judge righteous judgment, and you got to judge things according to Yahweh Hashem Yahushua. We got to judge things according to Yahweh Hashem Yahushua. And we had a whole book called Judges. Hey, see, that's what's wrong with people, man. They don't read and they just listen to what everybody says. Here it is. It's a whole book in the Bible literally called Judges. 21 chapters. But the Lord not have it. So like it. But the Lord said, but the world say we can't judge. Make that make sense. Right? Let's make it make sense, man. Right? We literally gotta make it make sense. Right? So, it just, you gotta make it make sense, Israel. Like, so when you go into that where it's not literally saying you can't judge, because you got to judge righteous judgment according to the law. Here it is, I'm judging the brother saying, let's say peradventure you getting on the brother. Hey, brother, you damn this or that. Your eyes leaning to the left. You cross-eyed. Well, brother, now that's just ranking and ribbing on brothers. But nonetheless, that's not according to the law, right? The Lord said judge righteous judgment. And what is righteousness? Right? Now, we can go all day and different things. But nevertheless, I wanted to get a precept. Just Judges 3 and 10. So it says, right, on us literally judging people. This is Judges 3 and verse 10. And the Spirit of the Lord came upon him. Salakia. I'll start up real quick. Verse 9. Othniel, a judge in Israel, literally. This is the book of Judges, chapter 3 and verse 9. And when the children of Israel cried unto the Lord raised up a deliverer to the children of Israel, who delivered them, even Othniel, the son of Kenaz, Caleb's younger brother. And the Spirit of the Lord came upon him, and he judged Israel and went out to war, and the Lord delivered. But nonetheless, that's the point. Right? You got Judges 4 and 4. You got many about Deborah. Many different judges. So that's not saying that you can't judge. Just judge righteous judgment. Right? Right. So let's go back to that in James, Salakia. Right? James chapter 5 and verse. Where was he at? 9. So the judge, I'll read it again. James 5 and 9. Grudge not one against another, brethren, lest ye be condemned. Behold, the judge standeth there before the door. Take my brethren, the prophets, who have spoken in the name of the Lord, for an example of suffering, affliction, and patience. Behold, we count them happy which endure. Ye have heard of the patience of Job, and seen the end of the Lord, that the Lord is very pitiful and of tender mercy. So we gotta endure, be patient. They go hand in hand. You got to. If you're not doing that, you may not make it. And this may not be for the brother or sister. You can't endure the chastisements, right? It may be hard, but that's why you got brother to lean on, sisters to lean on. right? And if you're not in congregation, I mean, Lord willing, you can help. I mean, you got still got brothers and sisters, but if you're just that brother, don't be that brother who just, I don't gotta be in a camp. I don't have to be there anyway. I'm by myself. The Lord has anointed me to be by myself, and you dealing with damn lust all day. Don't be a fool, right? Reach out. That's why the Lord said two are better than one, for they have a better reward for their labor. They have a better reward for their labor. Paraphrasing, and in the three-chord fold is not easily broken. In the book of Ecclesiastes 4 and verse 9 on down. Right? So the whole topic of this matter is to literally just endure. Let's go back to that in Second Thessalonians 1, right? Verse 4, it says, so that we ourselves glory in you and all the churches for your patience and your faith in all your persecutions and tribulations that ye endure. Right? So the two main, Lord willing, takeaways from this lessons, Lord willing, is patient. Be patient. It's like patience and endurance. They go hand in hand. Be patient and endure. That's all you can do. Anything else of that is evil. And you're not going to, you may not make it, to be honest. All right. So not to be long-winded, it wasn't supposed to be a long video, just to edify, our people through the spirit and power of Yahweh Shem Rashah of enduring. It's a series I've been trying to do, Lord willing, for almost a month now, man. Let's continue to endure, fight the good fight, endure all things, Lord willing, and be labeled as part of that number. Hey, that's what we want, man. We see all hell breaking loose. Hey, it's Feast of Tabernacles right now. It's the Feast of Tabernacles right now. So the Lord having all our righteous, feast days appear, and then he delivers judgment upon the earth. So how much more of us redeeming the time and drawing, the time is nigh. All right? The time draws nigh. So, I mean, we got to just take that in consideration. All right? Let's take that in consideration and endure it and fight the good fight, Israel. All right? So with that, I want to give all praise, honor, and glory to the Most High Yahweh, Bashem Yahushua. Shalom.